Am I a narcissist? You tell me. It's time to come clean and talk to people about what it is that I'm going through because I am a dying man. I've had a rough 5 years, and 4 years ago I was listed terminally ill, which means that there's nothing else can be done. You're on your own to survive. And doctors to this day are still shocked that I'm still alive. I'm in the shouldn't be alive category after the last 5 years. What started off as a massive bleeding ulcer back in January 2020, basically screwed me over for the next 5 years, and I've been through a rough time. Now you got to understand with me, in the last 5 years, I started the new Facebook group, and it's a sixth group. And for me, I am all about the dog owner and the dog. I love dogs. Dogs are incredible, and we don't deserve dogs. Most people that have a dog today do not deserve to have a dog. That's the reality. And dog trainers got you so screwed up it's not fit. All I'm doing right now is pushing science, and dog trainers do not like it. Robert Cabral is over there selling t-shirts that basically state that science has no place in dog training. Well, the science that has no place in dog training is what we're talking about. B.F. Skinner. You'll hear Robert Cabral, you'll hear Larry Crone, you'll see Haz Othman. They all sit down, they blame Skinner for the quadrants. Ivan Avalov is another big one. Most dog trainers blame B.F. Skinner, but yet the science of B.F. Skinner is not allowed in dog training. And Dale is the epitome of this. Okay? In the last 15 years since I've been watching this shit show, I watched as treats and tools and crates and muzzles and everything else went from a tool of last resort to a bloody insurance policy. As always, leave it on. Always have a treat bag on your side. How did this happen? These trainers, so-called trainers, are still holding on to the idea that these are training tools. If they were actually training tools and doing anything, you wouldn't need these tools for the life of the dog. Okay? Now understand, with me, I'm such a big narcissist that in the last 15 years, I've given away thousands and thousands of hours to dog owners. On Facebook, and helping them on Facebook, in groups, on PM, on email, on Zoom, face-to-face. I've had clients call me up in the city. They've already spent $5,000, $10,000 in dog trainers. They can't do it anymore. If somebody can't help them, they're going to want to put their dog down. That's when I step in, and I've given so many owners pro bono work. Okay? Whatever it takes, it could be an hour, it could be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever have you. That's the kind of narcissist that I am. Okay? Would a narcissist do that for dog owners? Before I die, my dying wish is for dog owners to wake up and start firing dog trainers, because these dog trainers do not belong in your home. What they are pushing as dog training is actually IGP, Schutzhund in disguise. And if you don't believe that, at least Lederberg is honest about it. If you go to their site and look up the book Conrad Most, you'll get the whole description of it, and they're telling you point blank that today's dog training is based solely on Conrad Most and a mixture of Edward Thorndike, which is methodological behaviorism. And Dale can't stand the idea of science. And Dale is just the epitome of a dog trainer, because most of them are the same way. Dale does not like science. He does not want science. So Dale keeps trying to throw me into the same bucket as Zach George, because he needs to keep me in the training bucket. Why? Because Dale McCluskey is scared shitless that people are actually going to discover that there's something outside of dog training. And when dog owners discover what's outside of dog training, the actual science of behavior from B.F. Skinner, dog owners, once you understand a little bit of psychology, you can fire your dog trainer. And that's what dog trainers understand. That's why they're so freaked out. And this is why they're trying to keep the science out of dog training. So Dale McCluskey keeps putting me in this training arena in the same bucket with Zach George. I've never used a treat in my life. Zach George is not a trainer. Zach George is a bloody fraud. If I took away Zach George's treats, and Robert Cabral's own words on video, if you don't have the tool, you can't train the dog. Well, if I took away Zach George's treats, what is he capable of? He's not training dogs. He couldn't train the dog to save his life. Neither could Robert Cabral. If I took away Robert Cabral's tools, he's a fraud. He couldn't train the dog. If I took away Dale McCluskey's tools, if I took away his choke collar, he's not training dogs. He's choking the fuck out of dogs. He's abusing dogs. That's it. There's no training going on. But yet he's talking about training service dogs. And I can't even call it funny, the most disgusting part of it, when he's working with dogs, the dog is sitting there doing nothing, just sitting there literally doing nothing, and he's still choking on the freaking dog. He's still yanking on the freaking leash. I did a blog that Dale apparently is going to react to. I think it's one's to schedule. He's making a big deal of freaking scheduling his reaction videos, like people are waiting on bated breath, like most people don't give a shit. I've been writing blogs to Dale, okay, because it's easier for me, I'm just getting over strep throat and whatnot. And my blogs are just to address certain things, and it's all psychological games just to see how he reacts. Now, we turned around and he reacted to a dog owner named Rosie, a dog owner that's in my group, that's actually gotten 100% success now because she now understands psychology, and people like Dale are attacking her now because, oh yeah, your dog's a mess. But yet, her dog is out running around dog park. She has the dog that everybody be over the moon with. I've spoken with a lot of dog owners over Zoom, in Facebook groups, in my own group, on PMs and everything else, and I always ask dog owners one question. What do you want from your dog? You know what answer I've never gotten? I've never once gotten the answer, I want a trained dog. Not once. But that's all there is dog training. Dog trainers need to get the fuck out of the behavior ring. They don't belong. Why? Because they don't even define the word behavior. They can't even define the word behavior. Robert Corral did it. He tried it. Guess what? He blew it. Ranked straight up there. What is a woman? He couldn't even define the word behavior, but yet he claims to be a behavioral expert in the field for 20 years. And this is the average person. He can't even open a dictionary to read the freaking word behavior. And here's Dale now, and he looks like, this is where I'm going to get back to Dale. Dale looks like he's ready to shit his pants in that picture for one thing, but you notice how he has the word narcissism highlighted. And I can guarantee you that's the only thing that he's going to focus on, because he's trying to flip the script back on me. He wants to call me a narcissist. And a narcissist seeks to control. A narcissist will control until they destroy. But yet that's not me. Would a narcissist give away thousands of hours to dog owners just to help their dog? To try to help them understand? You know? Stop and think and ask yourself that. Dale doesn't even know what the word narcissism means, because he won't open a dictionary. He won't open a book on psychology. Oh yeah, Skinner's 1,000% incorrect. And they keep beaking off about Skinner. They don't realize I'm pushing a lot more than Skinner. There's a lot more than Skinner than meets the eye. And I'm pushing a lot more than Skinner. I'm pushing Carl Jung. I'm pushing a bit of Pavlov. You know, there's even a bit of Thorndike in there. Dr. Ray Burns, there's a whole lot of people in there. And then you got to start looking at the actual sciences behind it all. Anatomy, endocrinology is a whole 9 years, limbic system, the brain. I'm pushing all this stuff, but all they're doing is, oh yeah, Skinner's 1,000% incorrect. Dog trainers need to get out of the behavior ring. I am going to go till my dying breath to do as much maximum damage to dog training as I can, and that's my reality. Right now I'm 50 pounds underweight, okay? I have aged 20 years in the last 50. I'm dying slowly. At some point I won't be here anymore, and I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of dog trainers ready to dance in my freaking grave, but you know what? Fill your boots. I can care less. I'm not scared of death. I've shaken hands with death more times in the last 5 years than any man should freaking dare, and I'm still here. The old phrase, you don't know how tough you can be until you gotta be, comes true, hold true. Okay? Now, dog trainers, if you want to keep at me, for some reason these dog trainers keep coming at me, and they're accusing me of going at them. They're the ones to find me. I never said a word to Dale McCluskey. He found me. Okay? Trevor found me. They're all finding me. They're all coming after me because they all want to shut me up. There's a reason for it, because they don't want the science. All they ever see, in Kevin's own words, all I ever see is subjective. Well, if all you see is subjective, all the subjective is out the window, because you're cutting the head off the dog. You're cutting off all the causes. You don't care about the causes. When you cut the head off the dog, you're getting rid of all the hormones, all the brain, the mind, limbic system, hormones, cortisol, adrenaline. They don't care about all this stuff. They could care less about it all. This is why they don't need to define the word behavior. They don't need to define it, because all they want to do is focus on suppressing the behaviors. Dog owners, you need to wake up. I'm here for you. I'm fighting this bloody battle for you. And it's not always pretty. I can come off harsh, and I can guarantee you, it's reality. I focus on the ideology. If you treat me good, I treat you better. When people come to me nicely, you know what? They get treated nicely. You come to me, if you treat me badly, guess what? I'm going to treat you bad. If you want to treat me like I'm an asshole, I love being an asshole. And I will enjoy being an asshole towards you. That's the reality. You give what you give. And if you give nice, you get nice. If you give asshole, you're going to get asshole. That's fair game, right? I am so tired of watching dogs, millions and millions of dogs, be killed behaviorally. By dog trainers, by behaviors, by vets. And any vet that's telling you to kill your dog behaviorally needs to lose their medical license, because they can't even define the word behavior. This is what I'm fighting for, to educate people. I'm simply trying to educate people. You can sit down and read the science yourself. These assholes will not sit down and read the science. That's the reality. But yet they're coming at me and arguing the contents of books they haven't read. If B.F. Skinner were alive today, they would sit down and argue black and blue about Skinner himself. That's the reality. All they want to do is fight. They want to keep the science out of dog training. We need to get the science back into dog training. And thankfully now, for the first time ever, I've got a team of people. A team of friends that are like-minded. And it's such a great thing to have. I've never had that in my life. And now they're all pushing back. They're educating more. All the dog owners that we helped, everybody should join the Facebook group. If you want to see success stories, you'll see success stories in that group, and you will never find the success stories anywhere else. And I swear to God, the admins of these fucking Facebook groups and whatnot, on Reddit, right across the board, they gotta be sociopaths. Because they really must enjoy watching dog owners rip each other apart. Dog trainers right now, if you go into the Facebook groups, it is absolutely disgusting. You got dog owners that are heavily vested in positive reinforcement, which is bullshit anyways. You got other dog owners that are vested in balanced training, and they're fighting with each other. They're ripping each other to shreds. And you got dog trainers like Robert Cabral sitting on the fence saying, oh, it's us versus them. You're beyond narcissist at that point. You're a sociopath. If you enjoy watching this shit, you're not a narcissist, you're a sociopath. But this is what's called themselves dog trainers. Dog trainers are coming to me, oh yeah, here's my opinion, it should matter to you. Like, why should it fucking matter to you? Why should your opinion matter to me? You're a complete stranger. You're mostly anonymous on YouTube. I don't know who you are. I could give a shit about you. But yet your opinion is supposed to matter to me? Somehow I'm supposed to fit you, some anonymous idiot in my fucking life, and worry about you? I could care less. I'm just playing games with people. It's all psychological games. And that's what dog owners don't seem to understand, and dog trainers don't understand it either. I could care less about dog trainers. You won't change, and you're proving that every time you open your mouth. Because it's all about making money. There's no money in B.F. Skinner. There's no money in understanding Carl Jung. There's no money in actually understanding science. And none of them do. None of them give a shit. Most of these people don't even go to school. They never open a book. They won't even open a dictionary to define words. You ask any dog trainer to define the word behavior, operant conditioning, positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, they couldn't do it because they don't care to. They don't have the knowledge for it, but yet they attack me. Why do they attack me? Because man fears that which he does not understand. If he can't fucking control it, he's going to destroy it. But you know what? I'm like their big white whale. They're all freaking Captain Ahab chasing their big white whale. They're all trying to harpoon the whale. And all I'm doing is sitting here laughing. After the last 5 years, all I can do is laugh at these people. That's the reality. But they all want to call me a narcissist. A narcissist wouldn't be so giving. That's the reality. And I find it absolutely insane. What you're watching now the last couple of weeks between me and Dale McCluskey's been slandering me all over the freaking internet. And I've been letting him do it. I've been sitting quiet. Well, now it's my turn. Because now he hitched his wagon to mine. And now I'm going to drag him into destination fucked. Because I'm done with this garbage now. I'm done with this narcissistic, sociopathic bullshit. Dale McCluskey can't walk a dog without choking the damn thing out. But yet he's declaring himself a dog trainer. He'll sit on camera and go on the best of the best. Only people like me should be training dogs. Zach George does the same thing. Well, let me ask you a question, Zach, if you actually watch this video. You will not work with aggression cases. So if your game is the only game in town, what happens to all the aggression cases? We're going to have a whole lot of dead dogs, aren't we? But that's not convenient. You don't want people to understand that, do you? But yeah, we got balanced training. We got positive reinforcement. And what they call positive reinforcement is a complete lack of understanding of what positive reinforcement is. What they're selling as positive reinforcement is primary inducements. Look it up, and you'll understand it. It's all Conrad Mose, but that's the name that dog trainers do not want dog owners to understand. Conrad Mose is the father of frickin' Schutzhund. IGP dog training, the sport of frickin' tracking, obedience, and protection. Go read his book. I highly suggest it. You can get the audiobook. You can listen to it on YouTube. It's up there somewhere. I'm tired, ladies and gentlemen. I'm 50 pounds underweight, and there's not much left to me. My teeth are rotting out of my mouth because of friggin' malnutrition. My lungs are shot. My guts are shot. My back is shot. Hips and knees are shot. There's not much left to me. I'm out of the game medically, and I'm still trying to help dog owners because I love dogs that much. And when I see dog trainers like Dale McCluskey and others going after people like Mark DeBose and Pete Reeford and Rosie Scansos, it turns my guts. Because all they're doing is out there trying to educate people. And these dog owners want to shut, or dog trainers want to shut these people up. Because it's going to hurt the pocketbook. That's all it is. These assholes will not go, these people will not sit down and get into psychology at all. Because there's no money in psychology. There's all kinds of money shutting down behaviors. And these people do not belong in your homes, dog owners. You need to sit down and start reading and understanding the actual science of behavior. It's called psychology. To study the mind and actual behavior. And then start kicking these people out of your houses. All the treats, the tools, the e-collars, the prongs, the crates, the muzzles, these are all tools of IGP. They don't belong in the behavior ring. They don't belong in your hands, and they do not belong in your home. They do not belong on your dog. That's the reality. Conrad Mose trained German Shepherds, specifically German Shepherds for World War I. Okay? He wasn't training chihuahuas, but yet here we are today. You can buy prong collars and e-collars for your little chihuahua, and dog trainers are pushing it. Wake up, dog owners. I'm trying to help you. I'm to my last breath, I'm trying to help you. But you need to step up and start freaking helping yourself.